Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Last night, Monique Samuels from Real Housewives of Potomac and Love and Marriage DC, she got on her live and she was discussing a few things. She talked about her essential oils and the benefits of them because people were complimenting her on her hair and her skin and how she looks. She is absolutely beautiful. She talked about her travel venture. She's getting ready to take a lot of people on a trip and she was letting them know how much it was and everything you need to do. But what I found to be very interesting was what she said about traders. Someone in the comments asked her, what was going on with traders? And she let us know. Let's get into it.
When the opportunity came about, my manager reached out and was like, hey, would you want to do the traders? And I'm like, what is it? It's like a competition challenge kind of show. And like Fear Factor meets Mind Games and this, that, and that. I was like, oh, that sounds fun. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm interested. Put my name in it. So then I started watching all the old episodes. Then I realized, this is NBC Universal. Oh, they have housewives on here. Oh, okay. This is interesting. But then still I was down.
So she said she was still down. She watched the seasons. She liked it. Let's do it, right? But then she said she told her manager, she spoke to her manager about, what are they talking about money-wise? Because it has to make sense. She said, I got 3 kids, I got a job, I got a parrot, I got all this stuff that I have to leave in order to do this show for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or whatever. So it has to make sense. That makes sense. Let's keep going.
But then on the back end, I heard about some shady stuff that was going on. So apparently they were trying to put me and Candace from RHOP on the traders at the same time. I didn't know that she was pregnant. I didn't know that she was supposed to be on the show. And the only reason that I found out is because my manager is well connected. And we started finding out all of this stuff. And I'm like, first of all, that's low down to try to put a pregnant woman in that position. That's jacked up, number one. Second of all, I don't even know why a person that's pregnant would even do that show or want to do that show because it's a lot of physical challenges and stuff in there. So I thought that was weird. But regardless, I'm like, why would you try to take something from a totally different show and try to make it something that could potentially be very nasty?
So before that, she was like, with reality TV, people feel like you just have all the time in the world, right? And she said on top of that, the money wasn't right. So she told her manager, if they don't get back soon, then, just scrap it or whatever. But then as you heard her say, and I agree with her 100%, why would Candace do the show after they found out that she was pregnant? But a lot of people said that she had signed on before she knew or whatever. But Monique here, she had no idea that Candace was pregnant, right? And then, how reality TV is. That is a good back and forth. From the situation with Candace and Monique, that would be great TV to watch. But I agree with her. Why bring something from another show onto this show? Let's keep going.
And I watched the first and second season of The Traders, and I watched the other Traders, like Traders UK, all of that. It wasn't about their personal lives. It was more about just the show in itself. And if you get picked as a trader and if you're faithful and all of that. And I thought that was so much fun. I actually was really excited about the opportunity and being able to do the show. But once I started finding out all of the shady shenanigans that were also going on behind the scenes, and they couldn't afford me. So I was just like, I'm not doing this. And then once I found out about all the shady stuff that was going on, I was like, you know what? Let them know that I declined not only this season, but every other season. I'm not doing it at all now because now you turned me off. And that is what you call boundaries.
Let me say this. I'm with Monique 100%. I do not blame her at all. When I initially saw that she was signed up, I was very excited about it. And then when I saw Candace was coming on, I was like, this could be good or bad, right? Because they could bring back up what happened on the Real Housewives of Potomac, or they've grown up. We may see a conversation with them talking it out. One of them could be the trader. They could be working together to rule the house. I was on a real positive grown up kind of situation because that made sense to me. That's the only way it would make sense, but not to come on the show to bring the beef back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't blame Monique. Monique is in a place in her life and I admire where she is, right? I know she loved her husband once upon a time, but Monique realized this ain't it for me. I love these children. They love their father, and I'm going to make sure that is intact. But as for me, myself, and I'm going to be intact. And this woman right here is intact. I agree with her. Let me know what you think about it. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to you later. Bye.